go. Right, we're now being recorded as well, so welcome. A few health and safety things first. Please remember you're working out in your own homes. It's not like working out in the studio. So remember, Pilates can create feelings of sickness, I'll use a simple word, giddiness, might be feeling slightly unwell. First thing is to check, please, you have adequate ventilation. So you might need to have a window open and not have your central heating turned up too much. Some of you may have blocks. If you normally work with a block, use your block. If you're new to my class and you haven't got a block, you might want to grab a pillow, a cushion, but you can do the exercise with your heads on the mat as well, so don't worry too much about that. Take care of yourselves. I don't think I've got anyone on who's pregnant today. If that is wrong, then send me a quick message. Otherwise, just work at your own pace. I will be layering up. We can work from very gentle level right up to full whack today. I did a gentle class for Ministry of Yoga on Thursday, but this is going to be a little bit harder today. So work at your own level, take breaks when you need to. And more than anything else, just enjoy it. The format of my class, as always, for those of you who are new, we will start with an arrival meditation. We will come into some brief mobilization. That will take around about 10 minutes altogether. Then we'll be down onto the mats. We will have 3 to 5 minutes of relaxation at the end, which will be a guided meditation. It might feel a little bit weird doing it in your own house or in the garden, but just lie back and enjoy it. Before we start today, I just want to read you just a quote. A very dear friend of mine has recommended this book. It's called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. And it's full of a journey that these 4 characters make. And I just opened it at a page this morning and it just read to me, "We all need a reason to keep going," said the horse. "What's yours?" "You 3, said the fox. "Getting home," said the boy. "Cake," said the mole. So take from that what you will. At the moment, what's my reason to keep going? Well, all of you out there joining me today, and those of you who can't, friends and family, getting home, let's get back to normal, whatever that is, but certainly cake is the last one. So we'll make a start. Okay, so if you'd all like to be standing, I'll just talk you through the setup. Don't worry if my voice has gone slightly echoey. We'll make a start with our setup. So feet hip distance apart, toes are pointing forwards, just making sure your knees are directly pointing towards your second toe. Knees, hips, shoulders are stacked. Standing tall, imagining that string on the top of your head pulling you up towards the ceiling. Your feet push down into the floor, you're grounded. Just keep your chin tucked a little way, gently push back. And then one movement of your shoulders. So bring them forward, up, back and down, a nice circle. Hands push down the side of your body. Just feel your shoulder blades coming to a central point, halfway down your back. And then your spine carrying on, lengthening down towards the floor. Slight tuck of your tailbone, holding your lower belly in, and then finding and engaging your pelvic floor without engaging your glutes. Then tighten up through the lower part of your body, and you're set, ready for your lateral thoracic breathing, deep and wide into your rib cage. So take a deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Another breath in. As you breathe out, just closing your eyes, just take a moment to steady yourself. Just feel the awareness coming down through your body. Feel your feet grounding, spreading your toes, you're not clenching your feet. Coming to a gentle place, hearing your breath. And then take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, take a lean forward towards your toes. As you breathe in again, come back towards your heels. And just keep that movement going. Let your breath guide the movement. You only move forward when you breathe out. You only come back when you breathe in. So the movement may be very small. If you're struggling with your eyes closed because you're in an unfamiliar place, then just keep your eyes open but gaze down towards the floor. Feeling yourself rocking. Your body weight transferring from your heels to your toes and back from your toes to your heels. Just one more forwards and one more backwards. And then come back to your central place. Take the movement from side to side, swaying as though you're just sliding between 2 panes of glass. Again, noticing your body weight transfer from the outside edge of one foot over to the outside edge of the other. And then let the movement become a little bit softer and start to take the movement into a clockwise circle, keeping it slow. Just let the outside edges of your feet, heels and toes take their turn as you go round slowly, centimetre by centimetre. And then stop and come back in the opposite direction. Just grounding down through the floor, feeling the contact of all parts of your feet through the mat. Make this one your last one, and then come back to centre. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lean forward, spread your toes wide. Breathing back in, come back to your start position, just standing tall. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another breath in. As you breathe out, open your eyes, looking directly in front of you, and welcome. Let's make a start with the mobilisation. So starting with your neck, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, take your head round to the right. Breath in, back to centre, and breathing out, take your head to the left. Breath in to centre, and breath out to the right. Breath in to centre, and breathing out to the left. Just one more in each direction in your own time. And then when you've finished, no rush, just come back, head to centre, and slowly drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Lift the head back to centre, and left ear to left shoulder. Coming back to centre. This time, right ear to right shoulder. Hold, float your right hand up, placed on the side of your head, and just start to ease your head down a little bit further, feeling stretched down the left side of your neck. Keep your head here, release your arm, bring your head back to centre, and then take your head over to the left. Just allow it to settle, and then slowly bring your hand up, and again gently ease down, feeling the stretch. Good first thing in the morning. Keep your head here and release down. Bring your head all the way back to centre. Take a breath in, look up, and as you breathe out, chin down towards your chest. And again, breathing in, look up, and breathing out, chin towards your chest. And last one, breathing in, and last one, breathing out. Bring your head all the way back up to centre, and right shoulder roll. So just start rolling through your right shoulder. 2 more. And then take it into reverse just for 4. Don't want to do too many in this direction. This feels a little bit strange. And then take the movement over onto your left shoulder. I'm just going to let one more person into the room, so just keep going there. Someone's just wanting to join late. And as it's a test, we'll just allow that just for today. Oops, straight back into the wall. Just hoping you're laughing at me now. And bring it back into reverse, just for 4. And 3, and 2, and 1. Float both arms out to the side. Take a breath in, lift them up, and breathing out all the way back down again. Breathing in, lift up, and breathing out all the way down. And breathing in, and breathing out. Last one, breathing in. As you breathe out, just bring them halfway and hold. Stretch your fingers to the corners of the wall. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, sweep them across. Breath in, back, and breathe out across. Breathe in, back, and dip your head, chin to chest, and looking up towards the ceiling. So those of you who do class with me on a regular basis, just think about pulling the curtains and then opening them back out again. For those of you who came to CTC on that fateful morning when the bloke opposite us did exactly the same with his curtain windows, and he was stark bollock naked at the same point and gave us all a shock. But who was more shocked, actually, him or us? And open out. This time, small bend through your knees at the same time, and open and bend. Drop your head down. So you're really now arching through your back, starting to warm up through your back, coming a little bit lower depending on your range of movement, and 3 more. Keep pulling your tummy in, and last one, and down, and standing upright. Take your arms still out to the side. Turn your right palm up, left palm up. Right palm down, left palm down, left palm up, right palm up, left palm down, right palm down, right palm up, right palm down, right palm up, right palm down, left palm up, left palm down, left palm up, left palm down, right palm up. I'm not going to make it complicated this morning, and swap both of them at the same time, getting a good rotation through wrist, elbow, and shoulder, really pushing round far as you can towards the back of your room. Still holding your tummy in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your arms down by your side into mini squats. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, just bring your arms out into front and then push all the way back up again. So as you squat down, take your bottom out behind. Imagine you're sitting on a little chair. Pauline, you're out in the garden, so maybe imagine you're sitting down on a little fence going around the outside of your garden. Hannah at home, maybe sitting on one of Gabe's toys, pushing down as far as your range of movement will allow you to. And last 2, and last 1. Coming all the way back up to center, and just 3 shoulder shrugs. Lift and release, lift and release, and lift and release. We'll take it into the full of the 3 roll down series, 3 of them. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, chin towards your chest, round your shoulders, and slowly allow yourself to come down towards the floor. Just imagine you're peeling like a piece of wallpaper off the wall. Keep a tiny bend through your knees so you don't overextend. Keep putting your tummy in as though you're bending over a barbed wire fence. Breath in, as you breathe out, slowly coming all the way back up again. Head comes up last. Regain your posture. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, take a lean over to the right, coming back up to center, and then take a lean over to the left, and back up to center. 2 more to each side. On the last one, which will be coming to now if you want to, as you go to the right, lift your left arm up and over, a deeper stretch down the side of your waist, through your rib cage, and coming all the way back to center for your next roll down. Breath in, breathing out, chin to chest. Down you go, stretch your arms. Imagine you've got heavy shopping bags in your hands. Although at the current climate, you probably haven't got much shopping in your bags. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly coming all the way back up. Regain your posture when you get there. Just bring your hands behind your ears, ready for a spine twist. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, twist round towards the right. Breath in, back to center. Breathing out to the left. Breathing in to center, over to the right, back to center, over to the left, back to center. Last time to the right, and last time to the left. Coming back to center, and your final roll down. Take a breath in, breathing out, chin to chest, and all the way down to the floor. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So you can go a little bit further than you did at the start. Breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly come up, sucking your belly in as you do so, regaining your posture when you get there, and give yourself a little bit of a shake out. Okay, coming into a balance exercise. So again, making sure you've got a chair around you or a piece of furniture or the wall in case you're overbalanced. I can't be held responsible for that, but I've made the disclaimer. Taking all your weight through your right foot, keep your hands on your hips, tiny bend through the right knee. Left foot becomes light on the floor and then slowly lift it up in front of you. Holding, again, we're keeping it simple today. So finding your balance. And all I want you to do is come into ankle rotations. So you're just turning gently through your ankle, waking up through your feet, and reverse the movement in the opposite direction. Lovely. And hold. Come back to start position. Hold the leg up. You can try closing your eyes or looking down. I'm going to count from 5 all the way down to 1 and try the eye close at 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Open your eyes. I hope some of you are still standing after that one. And take it straight onto the other leg, and then we'll be down onto the floor. So all your weight through your left foot. Again, tiny bend through your left knee. Hands are on your hips. Think about the length of your back. Shoulders are back and down. Tummy is pulled in. Take a breath in as you breathe out. Slowly release the right foot from the floor. Bring it up in front of you. It's up to you how high you bring it. It can be low, it can be high. Find your balance. Looking at something in front of you that's not moving, and then coming into rotations through your foot, through your ankle. Keeping that going as big and as slow as you're able to do it. You might feel or hear a few creaks, and reverse in the opposite direction. Keeping that going. 3, 2, 1. Come to a steady place, or as steady as you can do it. Hold your tummy in for support. Remember, the long, slow out breath will help to steady you. And we'll try closing eyes again. 5, 4, closing your eyes. 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done, everyone. Hopefully you're still standing. So we're going to come down onto the mats. I'm just going to lean forward, pull the laptop down onto the floor so you've got a better view of me. So come to seated onto your mats. And then hopefully, marvellous. Hopefully you can all see me nice and clear there. Brilliant. Okay, so normal position, we're coming down onto the mats. We're going to do it slowly, but back into the fun and games. So feet are hip distance apart, knees are hip distance apart, looking directly in front of you. Have your arms out in front, and we're going to do the slow roll down. If you need to use your hands, your elbows, or hold behind your thighs, then by all means do. So arms are out in front, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, chin to chest, C-shape your back, pull your belly button right in, and start your slow journey down. Keep everything tight. See if you can count out all of your back bones one at a time, coming down onto the mat. We're still going down, we're still going down, rolling down slowly. And when you get there, just take the full body stretch, arms away, feet away. Welcome to the mat. We're going to start off by breaking down the double leg stretch. Double leg stretch is for your core strength. We're going to do a little bit of work through your shoulders as well as through your legs. So floating your arms up towards the ceiling, palms face each other. Walk your feet in, so your knees are bent and you're in your Pilates set up position. So from here, you've got choices with your legs. You can keep your legs down for the moment, or you can bring one leg into what we call single tabletop. Knee is over your hip, shin is parallel to the ceiling. That's your choice. If those of you who are stronger for level 3, you can keep pushing your back down into the mat. Imagine a heavy child, large dog sitting on your belly, and tighten the distance between your ribs and your hips. Tummy is tight, and float the other leg up into double tabletop. We're just going to come into arm movements. If this position gets too much for you, put one foot back down on the mat. So just arm circle. So take a breath in, take your arms slightly behind you. As you breathe out, sweep them round to the side, touch the side of your knees and come back up and keep going. So it's just circles in opposite directions. You can make them as big or as small as you want to. We're mobilizing through your shoulders. As you're doing this though, still think about pushing your back down into the mat if you've got both legs off. Keep your tummy tight, keep your breath steady. As you breathe in to bring your arms up and over, breathing out to take the arms round to the side. And take the arms into reverse. So this time take them down by the side of your knees, sweep them to the side, up and over your head, and back down again. You have both legs up, still making sure now that you're not starting to arch through your back. Your tummy is tight, you might have a little shake set in, and you've got 3 more circles to go. And your last one. When you finish, you'll bring your knees in towards your chest, give them a little bit of a hug, a little bit of a rock from side to side, and then we're going to come straight into the next part, ready for your feet and your legs. So this time, bringing your arms back up, take one leg back out into tabletop, take the other leg back out into tabletop. If you're working at single legs, keep one leg down, and you can just work with the one leg, but do half the number of repetitions. We're going to be doing 6, so if you're doing single legs, that's 3 of each. So just holding there with me, we're going to be straightening the legs, then going out at 45 degrees and then down towards the floor in groups of 6. So staring up towards the ceiling, palms face each other, take a breath in and straighten both legs. And then as you breathe out, bring the legs back into tabletop. Breathing in to lift them up towards the ceiling, and breathing out to bring them back into tabletop. And 3, and back into tabletop. If you're doing one leg, make sure you swap over now. And 4, and 5. You should notice as you lift your legs up towards the ceiling, your back pushes into the mat a little bit more. Be careful it doesn't, and hold there, it doesn't arch. Now at 45 degrees, if you feel up to it, this is level 2, you can stay with the legs going up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, breathing in, and as you breathe out, take the legs out at 45 degrees, and then coming back into tabletop. And 2, breathe in. Breathe out to extend. Breathe in to come back. Breathe out to extend. That's 4. And 5. And 6. Hold it there. You've got a choice. You can go back up towards the ceiling, do another 6 going out, or you can take them as low as you're able to. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, extend your legs, and then come back to tabletop. And 2. So finding your level in this exercise. If you're a hardened, long, fast user and player with Pilates, then you'll be able to come lower. If it's one of your first classes, keep your legs a little bit higher. Even I'm shaking this morning. Last 2. And last 1. And from there, no break, lift your head, support behind with your hands. We're just going to do that little routine again. And so, breathing in and breathe out to extend. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out. Breathe in. So keeping that going, keeping a distance between your chin and your chest. Your elbows are also wide and to the side. Last 2. Again, you can stay with the legs going vertically if you want to, or take it out at 45 degrees and push. Breathe out. Breathe in to come back. Don't worry if you lose track of the breath. Just try not to breathe. Just try not to not breathe, if you get what I mean. However, you stayed alive at the end of the first virtual Pilates session. And 5. And 6. For the last 6, find the level you want to work at. It might be really low. It might still be at 45 degrees. It might be a little bit higher. You have decided this is enough for you, you don't want to do anymore. All are valid options. Last 2. And last 1. Coming all the way back, lower your head, bring your knees in towards your chest, just have a little rock from side to side, and take a full body stretch. The best part after that exercise, long. Just feel your back arching away from the mat a little bit, feeling the distance now between your ribs and your hips as your tummy stretches. We're going to take all of that now and put it into the double leg stretch. That's a way of breaking down the exercise, but now you've got the choice. You can keep your head on the mat. Ideally, it's off. If it gets too much, put your head back down. So bring your knees in towards your chest, hug your knees in as tightly as you can. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your head, extend your legs, hopefully at 45 degrees. Your arms come down long beside you. And as you breathe in, rolling all the way back down, place your head on the mat. Breathing out, extend out. And breathing in, come all the way back down again. Keep that going in your own time. So you can do the exercise with your head down. If you do that version, please take the legs a little bit higher so you don't get the arching through your back. And keep it with the breath. So you do the breathing out as you do the extension. Try and slow your breath down. Going for it. You'll find if you breathe in, as you take your legs out, that's when you might fart. I know I'm talking a lot about farting in virtual class at the moment, but for once I can't hear you all. It was quite nice. Not that you do fart an awful lot. And another 4. Keeping it going. Really strengthening now through your upper abdominals, your lower abdominals. Don't forget to sit it out if it becomes a little bit too much. And your last 2. And your last 1. After you've finished, head down. Take your head from side to side, just allow your neck muscles to recover. And then take the full body stretch. And take a couple of deep breaths in, because we've been working right up underneath your rib cage. So all your upper abs, your rectus abdominis have really been working hard, as your lower abs have, and they just need that chance to stretch out. We're going to take another back lying exercise, which is now going to work into your obliques. Full crisscross. And hear a few groans going around already. So bring your hands behind your head, elbows are flat and wide, and walk your feet back in towards you. You want to just lift your elbows a fraction so they're in your peripheral vision. Bring one leg in as close as you can, bring the other leg in as close as you can, and lift your head off the mat. So you're looking between your knees. There should be a gap between your knees. What we're going to be doing to start is bring your right elbow over towards your left knee. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your right elbow, left knee as close as you can, and extend your right leg away from you. You're twisting. Breath in. As you breathe out, twist the other way. Breath in, and breathing out to do the twist. So keeping the movement really slow, And putting your breath in as best you can, ideally breathing out as you do the extension of your leg. So this again, really working through your abdominals. They're already tired after the previous exercise. So I know I'm being a bit mean on you this morning, but you've had a couple of weeks without me. And I didn't want you to, like, you know, feel as I was giving you half measures today. And you've got another 4 to do to each side. So 4 and 3 and 2. Keep smiling. Last one. And rolling your head back down. Take it straight into the full body stretch. Your head's been supported, your neck should be all right. Probably feeling that right into your rib cage now. So take the stretch, a couple of deep breaths in, and then bring your arms up and over, down by your side. Turn your palms to face up so your shoulders connect to the mat, and walk your feet back up the mat. So you're in your traditional Pilates setup position. We're coming into a few pelvic tilts. I'm going to take it straight into the full shoulder bridge. So this is for lower back mobility. It's also going to be for glute strength. And we'll have an add-on today with heel raises. That all sounds like double Dutch, just bear with me. So shoulders are back and down, gaze up towards the ceiling, just touch your chin under a fraction, so you're holding your right kiwi fruit under your chin. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, push your back down into the mat so you can feel your lumbar spine connecting. And then breathing in, arch your back away from the mat. You should be able to release the hand and just push your fingers in the small of your back. And then push down as you breathe out. And breathing in, arch away again. Just one more. Push all the way down. And then arch away again. And then come back to what is your neutral spine, which is halfway between the two. Walk your heels in a little bit closer towards your bottom. If you're of a normal build, I know I've abused people quite a lot on this one, you should be able to flick the back of your heels with your middle fingers. If you can't, we've got short arms or a long body, just go with it. Get your heels in as close as you can. So getting ready for your shoulder bridge. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, again, push your back down into the mat, and then slowly start to peel your spine off the mat, one backbone at a time, coming up onto your shoulders. You should have a long line from your knees all the way down to your shoulders, squeezing your glutes, breath in. And as you breathe out, slowly coming all the way back down again, one backbone at a time, trying to get into the lumbar spine. Breath in at the bottom and breathing out as you come all the way back up again. You feel the stretch with the front of your legs. Hip flexors will stretch, quads will stretch. Keep your glutes really tight. It's a good exercise to do with your eyes closed as well. Quite often in class I get people to do it with their eyes closed because you have a real sense of your back working, peeling off the mat, and then slowly coming all the way back down one at a time. So just keep that move going. Enjoy the movement through your back. Working with your breath if you can. It's an ideal exercise to really work through your Pilates principles. Pilates principles of using the breath to get a flowing movement. Be very precise in what you're doing. Everything is done under control. And don't forget to keep using your lower abdominal muscles, particularly to find that pelvic curl as you come back down. The next time you come up, if you want an addition, you come all the way up and then just lift your right heel off the ground, lift your left heel off the ground, hold, breath in. As you breathe out, roll all the way back down again with both heels raised, so you're just coming down on your toes. Can get into the back a little bit better, then lower your heels back down onto the mat. Breath in, breathing out, slowly rolling all the way up into your shoulder bridge. Hold, squeeze your glutes, lift your right heel, lift your left heel, breath in, and as you breathe out, coming all the way back down again. Really manipulating through your lower back. You've got one more of those to do in your own time, so take it smoothly, don't rush it. And as you glide back down onto the mat and release, bring both knees in towards your chest for your glute release, just stretching. Bring the knees to the shoulders rather than close into the centre of the body. Have your toes together. You can open your knees a little bit wider if you want to open up through the hips. From here, Just bring your knees back in alignment so they're directly in line with your shoulders, still holding onto the front of your legs. If you normally use a block under your head, you might as well pop a block under your head just in case. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your head, look between your knees. Push one leg out into double tabletop. Push the other leg out into no, that's into double tabletop, single tabletop top, now into double tabletop. If this is too much, put one foot down if you feel under any strain at all. Extend your arms down by your side. Yes, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We're into the 100. Wait, don't get going just yet. I need to get my timer. And I'll do it with you. Now, this is unprecedented for me to be doing 100. Okay? So you've got lots of different options. You can extend your legs if you're at an advanced level. If it gets too much, put one leg back down. If it hurts, put your head back down. And when you're ready, imagine tennis balls underneath your hands and start bouncing up and down, holding everything else steady. Focusing on your breath to give you support. If you are fairly new to Pilates and your tummy muscles aren't too strong yet, so you will start to get some aching in your neck. The tummy muscles that help to pull you up support you through this. So keep focusing, keep going. I can see some of you on my screen. Yes, we've got arms pumping, good. I haven't got anyone having a cup of tea yet, which is always good. Keeping it going, the tea comes afterwards. So you're up to 40 seconds, that's not very long. God, this is hard work. I make you do this in every class. What do I think I'm doing to you? This is only the third time I've done 100 in 3 years. So finding it a little bit hard. You're all doing really well. You're nearly up to your minute. So for the last 15 seconds, maybe adopt a different position. It might be an easier position. It might be a harder position. Keep going. You've got 10 seconds left. Keep going, keep smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you finish. Lower your head down onto the mat. Hug your knees in. Just take your head gently from side to side. Got the cat joining us, so he might come and do the 100. He was supposed to do the 100 today, but he opted out. Oh, he's just walking in now. Take the full body stretch. Let's just get Dexter involved. Come on, Dex. It's called Pilates with Dexter. So if you do have the screen, if you do have the visual, this is how Dexter does his 100. There we go. The first time a cat is doing the 100 on a video, and he just loves it. And when you've finished your full body stretch, just rolling over onto your side to face me at the front. So at the front, face me on your screen. So you're so used to the language. So side lying exercise today. Just pick the cat out of the way because he's not involved in this bit. Underneath palm, face up, head is down on your bicep. Just think about the length of your body. You're on one long straight line. So your feet are on top of each other, knees are on top of each other, hips are stacked. What I'd like you to do is place your hand on your top hip and just push it away a little bit. You're trying to get a little gap underneath your bottom ribs. And then you need to tighten through your tummy, pull up through your pelvic floor to maintain that position. You're going to have your supporting hand lightly in front. And we're coming into 40 leg lifts today. 40, yes, I know it's a lot. We're going to do 10 on the midline. We're then going to bring our leg slightly fractionally forward and touch our toes down in front of the underlying leg. And we're going to go back and do 10 on the midline and then 10 with the foot just behind. So I'll talk you through it. Keep your tummy pulled in. Lift your top leg to hip height and hold. Tighten up through your thigh and your knee. And breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lower back down again. And breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lower. Keep pulling your tummy in. Now there's going to be people out there counting. I'm doing my best to count today. You know what it's normally like in class. I say do 10, and then 25 later we're still at it. So that's 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Hold at hip height. Just bring the foot slightly forward. It doesn't have to be very much. You'll feel yourself push into the underneath hand, supporting you. And breathing in to lift. Breathing out, touch the toes down on your mat or carpet just in front of the underneath leg. And 2. You're working round through your hip joints, working in front of your thigh and also into your glute and all the supporting muscles around your hip. I think that's 5. I'm counting's hard. And 6. And 7. and 8, and 9, and 10. Hover at hip height, take the foot back, and 10 more. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. So again, if you're new to Pilates, this might take a little bit of strain through the side of your body, through your hips. It's fine to stop. If the leg starts to shake, if it feels too heavy, then by all means do stop it. Keep pulling your tummy in. That's going to add extra support. Another 4 to go. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hover at hip height. Just take the foot slightly behind. And lift. And lower. Touch down behind the supporting leg. And that's 2. You've only got 8 more to go. 3. Keep with the breath. 4. Doesn't matter which way you breathe, but just keep breathing. 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. Hurting yet? 9. And 10. And release. Bring both knees bent, drop the top leg in front, and give yourself a good bang out through the side of your hip, into your glutes, heel of your hand, bounce it up and down, really make a thudding noise, and then rub down the back of your leg just to release that one off. From there, rolling over onto your front, full body stretch. I'll try and keep looking at the camera at this point so I don't go too muffled. Arms are out in front of you, shoulder distance apart. Forehead is down on the mat, so your tongue is, your tongue is all over the place, so your chin is tucked. Sink down and feel down the length of your body. So you're lengthening through your back. You're pulling your belly button up off the floor. You push your pubic bone down into the mat. Just tighten up through your glutes and you're long. Take a couple of deep breaths in this position. And from here, we're going to come into forward line swimming. So you've got to think all the time about your ear being attached to your bicep, because we'll be lifting the head as we lift the arm. We're just going to do one round of the individual limbs and then we'll put them together in opposite arm, opposite leg. So forehead is down to the mat. Take a breath in and lift your right arm and your head just lifts as well. And then breathing out, lower back down. Breathing in, lift your left arm. And breathing out, lower all the way back down. And breathing in, lift your right leg, keep your leg straight, and then lower all the way back down. And then your left leg. And then lower. This time, opposite arm, opposite leg. So it's right arm, left leg. And then lower everything back down. And then left arm, right leg. And lower everything back down. Just keep that going from side to side. Keep pulling your tummy in. Keep feeling your tummy being pulled. Keep pushing your pubic bone down into the mat so you won't overlift through your leg. It's not about the height, it's about the length. You're trying to stretch yourself in too. So keep that going. Remember just to lift the head slightly with the arm in front. And you've got 4 more to do to each side. There's a little bit of a compression going on in your lower back. Trying to avoid any discomfort by not overlifting, by keeping your tummy pulled in. And last one to each side. And then from here, bring both hands underneath your shoulders and push yourselves up into 4-point kneeling. So in your 4-point kneeling position, making sure your hands are underneath your shoulders or the heel of your hand is underneath your shoulders. That's uncomfortable through your wrist. Don't forget you've got your fists that you can come onto instead. Have a tiny bend through your elbows so you're not overextending. Your back is straight. Keep your eyes gazed down towards the mat. Try not to tuck your head and drop your head so you're looking back towards your thighs. And also you're not overextending and looking forward. So you've got a long straight neck, long straight back. The final bit is to imagine someone's just placed a hand on your lower back. You're just tucking under a very small fraction. Just imagine your ribs and your hips pulling closer together as you tighten through your belly. We're going to come into knee raises today. So tuck your toes under. Again, keeping the bend through your elbows. Head is lifted, but eyes gaze down. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, push down through your arms and raise your knees no more than an inch off the ground. 2.5 centimetres. That's for you, Claire, in front. Just to keep it nice and metric. Just holding and holding. You should feel this down the front of your thighs. Keep tightening your tummy. Try not to arch through your back. Cat's getting involved as well. He would. Don't bother to look at him just at the moment. And hold. For another 10 seconds. Keep holding. 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 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower your knees. Just flatten your feet out. Take a little sit back and just flex through your fingers and through your hands and your wrists. Got a different choice for the next one. So you can come back into that move and you can lift up and you can lift down as much as you need to. So if it gets too much, please do come out of it. Otherwise, we're going to try a straight arm plank. You've got a choice of 4-point kneeling. Tuck your toes and get ready for your lift. If you're going to go for the full plank, extend one leg out behind you. Now the aim of this is to maintain this line through your body so you don't end up with your bum in the air, or worse, in this position with your back down and your knees almost on the floor. So the position you start off with is the position you end up with. To do this, just imagine again the hand on your lower back, pushing your tailbone under. Your ribs and your hips get shorter distance between them, tightening up. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, slide your other leg out. If you're on knee lifts, come up into your knee lift now. And again, we're just going to be holding about 20 seconds. So this exercise, commonly known as the plank, but in Pilates it's known as leg pull prone, because we're not doing leg pulls today, but there we go. The cat's joining in again. Just holding and holding. Holding. This exercise is working through practically every muscle in your entire body. Arms, legs, backs, obliques, and your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down, whichever position you are in. Just take a sit back and again flex through your hands, wiggle them off, give them a good shake. And we've just got one more to go. So again, decide whether you're doing the knee pulls or the full arm plank. Come back into your position, or start off in 4-point kneeling, so we're all in the same. If you're doing knee pulls, just tuck your toes under. If you're doing straight arm plank, take your leg out. Everyone, slight bend through your elbows. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your tailbone and either lift or take the leg out, and again, holding. Make sure you haven't dropped your head, you're not looking back towards your toes, you're not looking too far out in front. Think about pushing through your arms. Shoulders are strong, tummy is strong. Keep tightening the distance between your ribs and your hips. You need to be as strong there as you can. It's your core supporting you. And we're just going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one knee, drop the other, and take it back into rest pose. So arms are out in front. Release your head down towards the mat. If any of you've got high or low blood pressure, though, please stack your fists in front of you and have your forehead on your fists instead. You're still opening and stretching through your back. If you're more comfortable, take your arms out in front. If you want to take your knees wide on the mat and relax right down in, opening up through your back, then by all means do so. Take a couple of deep breaths in this position. And from here, just gently walk your hands back up the mat and come up onto kneeling. So I think my head might have just disappeared off the top of the screen. We're just going to do a few Zs before we come onto our bottoms, and then we'll go on to the other side. So feet go out behind you, they're parallel. Bring your arms out so your arms are parallel to the floor. And you're very much in right angle position. One right angle between your arms and your body, another between your legs and your knees and your lower legs. All we're going to be doing is tightening through our glutes, pushing our hips forward and sliding back into the Z shape, making sure your arms then stay parallel to the floor. So shoulders are back and down, long through your body, hold your tummy in, eyes gaze forward, take a breath in. As you breathe out, lower back, feel the pull down the front of your legs, keep pushing your hips forward, feel the shake in the front of your legs, and then breathing in, come all the way back up again, and breathing out back. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, back. Breathing in and upright. 2 more, and down. And all the way back up. Looking good, ladies and gents. Last one, down and hold. Hold, keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Squeeze your glutes, push your hips forward, hold. We're just holding now for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and out of it. And again, just sitting back onto your heels. Just rolling through the front of your legs. Okay, from there, coming to sit, again facing me. We're going to have the legs just slightly apart. I'm going to come into baby saw today. So this is for, again, an oblique spine twist. And we'll get a little bit of work going through the tummy as well. So just bring your hands together. And then, like you're playing steeples, index fingers come out and extend your arms up towards the ceiling. Trying to keep your shoulder blades back and down. Just all you can see is my feet, I would imagine, at the moment. Anyway, so the actual move, one quick demonstration while you're all holding that, is we're going to take a breath in as we turn and look to the right. And as we breathe out, we're going to take the bend forward towards the toe, breathing in to come all the way back up again. Keep pulling your tummy in, put support throughout the whole. And if you can't reach your foot, don't worry about it. It may be just a slight twist down and then coming back up again. So don't over pull, look after your backs. Shoulders back and down, sitting tall. Take a breath in and turn to the right. As you breathe out, leaning forward as far as you're able to. Keep your ears alongside your biceps. Breathing in, come all the way back up and take the twist to the left. And breathing out, coming all the way down. Breathing in, all the way up. And breathing out, take the twist again over to the right. Breathing in, up. Twist. And breathing out, down. Coming all the way back up. Keep that going. As you take the twist to the right, make sure your left bum cheek doesn't leave the mat. You've got one of those new £20 notes just stuck underneath it, and they're very slippery. Any slight gust of wind is going to take that right away, so keep your bum cheeks down. And really stretching, working the back muscles, working your oblique muscles. And you've just got one more to do to each side. Coming back, and your last one over to the left. Looking good, ladies. I can see a number of you. Fabulous. Coming all the way back up. And the gents who are on there as well. Bring your arms down. Just bring your knees in and take a little lean forward just to open up through your back and release any pressure through your arms. You know what's coming next. We've got the other side of our legs to do. So it hurt last time. I know. Now I've got to do it on the other side. So let's join me in that. So bring yourself all the way back up and coming down onto your other side. If you can remember, you'll soon find out if you've forgotten. Take the underneath arm away. Head is on your biceps. Same setup procedure as before. So think about your feet stacked, your knees stacked, your hips stacked. Try to avoid rolling backwards and also try to avoid pushing in as you roll forwards. Hold your tummy in really tight. Hand on your top hip and just push it away a fraction. As you do that, a little gap will arrive under your rib cage and you need to maintain that throughout. As soon as if you overlift through the leg as we're lifting and your waist hits the floor, your pelvis is out of alignment. So supporting hand in front, keep everything really tight and lift the top leg to hip height. Tighten up through your thigh and your knee. And breathing in to lift and breathing out to lower. Breathing in to lift and breathing out to lower. So keep that move going, working with your breath. And remember, it's not about the height. As soon as you overlift, then you run the risk of your pelvis coming out of alignment, and that's what we want to try to avoid. So long and slow and small movements will be far more effective than a Jane Fonda or a Green Goddess workout. 9. And your last one, 10. Hover the leg at hip height, bring the leg slightly forward and lift. And then lower this time down just in front, touching your mat, carpet, wherever. And 3, still pulling your tummy in. Has your waist gone to the floor yet? If it has, just tighten up. Trying to keep your hands nice and light in front, although they will be pushing in at the moment, because the weight of your leg is being offset and your body is having to support the weight of your leg. And last one. Hover the leg at hip height, take it back to your centre line. Another 10, just on your centre line. I'm being mean today because we normally only do 30 of these. So if after 30, or even if now, you've just had enough, take a break or do 2 and then join me on the next set, 2. So you're doing every other set. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Hover your leg at hip height, take it just behind and lift and lower. Down behind, just touching behind your heel. So any comments after today, if I have got the timings or the numbers completely out, please slate me for them. I was never very good at maths, didn't manage to get an O level, but only just. So the leg going behind, the supporting hand should be fairly light. You shouldn't have to push down into the mat. Just your waist really working, hips working, glutes working. Last 3 and 2. And your last 1, and take a bend through the knees, bring the top leg in front and give yourself a good pat out. If you do that now, really rub hard, it will save a lot of pain and discomfort tomorrow. And from there, last exercise, we're just going to take it over onto your back, do the full body stretch. So arms one direction, legs in the other. Now the leg you've just been working feels a little bit weird. It will hurt just for a little bit longer. It will soon wear off. So from here, float both arms up towards the ceiling. Walk your feet in towards you. We're just going to come into backward lying swimming. One of my favourite exercises. So bring one leg into single tabletop, push your back down into the mat and lift the other leg off as well. So again, we're going to do the swimming, same side, sorry, not opposite, we're going to do same side arm leg swimming because we've already done swimming on our front with opposite legs and opposite arms. So what you've got to think about doing is keeping 2 limbs absolutely still, and it's just the ones on the same side that are working. So keep your back pushed into the mat, take a breath in and take your right arm above and away and your right leg away. Coming all the way back up to centre, take a breath in. Breathing out, take your left arm, your left leg away. Breathing in, come back to centre. And then just keep that movement going. If you don't want to take the leg all the way to the floor, by all means, take it up towards the ceiling instead. Particularly if you're new and your tummy is starting to hurt a little bit. Otherwise, go for the length. Breathing out to extend. Breathing in to come back to centre. If you have gone into a reverse breath pattern, please don't worry about it. Again, just keep breathing. And keep that going. Imagine your back crawling all the way across the channel. Or maybe not, just too far today. Coming to see you, Claire. And you've got 4 more to do to each side. As you do the extension, keep pushing your back down into the mat. Make it work, make your tummy work. So we've only got 3 more left to go to each side now. Might as well finish on something that makes you really work. I shouldn't use the word hurt in Pilates. And 2 more to each side. And you're coming into your last one to each side. Extend, stretch, back to centre. And your last one, all the way back to centre. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Allow your body to start to relax. Hug your knees in, pulling your buttocks off the floor. Getting as much stretch for your lower back as you possibly can. And a little rock from side to side. Because we've done quite a lot of work with the legs today, take your left leg down, just hold behind your right thigh and extend your foot up towards the ceiling, keeping your buttocks on the floor. You come into this position where you've overstretched, you're not actually stretching your hamstring at that point. So foot up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can flex the foot and then point, so giving a little bit of extra stretch down the back of your calf muscle. And just pull in a fraction more. If the hamstrings have decided to relax off a bit more, don't worry if they won't. Just pulling in. And then take a bend through right knee. Take the foot back down onto the floor. Bring your left leg in towards you, hold behind your thigh, and gently extend the leg up towards the ceiling. Looking up towards your toes, if you want to, flexing and pointing through your foot. Feeling the stretch down the back of your calf muscle, into the back of your knee. Hamstrings also stretching. You can keep your foot still, and again, pull in a fraction more if you want to. And gently release off through your knee, bring your foot down to the ground. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees go wide into butterfly, just to open up through the hips. Shoulders can relax onto the mat. And then take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, take your feet away from you, your arms away from you for your full body stretch. And then bring your arms up and over. And just allow your body to start to relax into a comfortable position. So you may have an item of clothing you want to put on, staying lying, or you can come onto your side if you want to, wherever is comfortable. I just want you, although it's difficult in your own home, I know, just to try and switch off for a few moments. Closing your eyes. And just becoming aware of your breath. If your mind does wander, it becomes distracted, and just bringing it back gently to your breath. Just watching the cool air as it comes in through your nose, watching the warmer air as it leaves your body, either through your nose or through your mouth. You can try to slow your breath a little bit, but not forcing it. Starting to feel some release of tension around your eyes, so allow the skin to be soft. Maybe just opening through your jaw to release tension through your throat and your neck. Consciously allowing your shoulders to feel as though they're just slipping back down into the mat as your arms become heavy. Again, bring your awareness back to your breath. And taking attention to the rest of your body, down to your pelvis, the weight of your legs, maybe your heels just touching the mat or the carpet. And just bringing your awareness back to your breath. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Just noticing at the moment it's important to take this time out for yourself. Slow down. Listen to the birds. Be aware of things around us. Gently start to deepen your breath a little bit. Being aware of your fingers and making gentle movements through your hands. Being aware of your feet and making movements through your feet. And take a deep breath in and find a full body stretch. And then slowly release your arms back down towards your chest. Walking your feet back up the mat and just rolling over onto your sides. With your eyes closed. And then gently take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just push yourselves back up to seated. Bring your legs out in front of you and cross your arms over the top of your knees and just take the lean forward. Take a deeper breath in, stretch across your shoulders, and as you breathe out, slowly bring yourself back upright. Take another breath in, bring your arms wide, stretch up towards the ceiling, and then bring your arms down in front of you. Guys, thank you all very much. We've still got people on board. I'm just going to unmute you all and you can give yourself a big cheer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've just muted you all. Thank you all so much for coming along. We ended up with 43 of you all on board. I hope you could hear it. I hope it went okay. But if you wouldn't mind just dropping me a text or a WhatsApp or a message or a quick email just to say if things went badly, if I was on my front and you couldn't hear me, whatever, just give me some feedback. And I'll record this now and then send it all out to you as well. So have a lovely day, everyone. I'll be in contact with you over the next couple of days with what happens going forwards, but I'm just praying that that works. So thank you all so much. Have a fabulous day, everyone. Thank you.